What's going on, professionals? In this video, we are going to cover 5 really versatile adverbs you can use in a wide variety of business situations. These work especially well in presentations, meetings, and emails when you want to sound a little bit more professional. You might already know some of these words, but I'm going to give you some extra details and tips on how to use them that you may not be aware of. For each word, I'll explain exactly how to use it and give a few real-world business examples. Then at the end of this video, you will get a chance to practice using some of these adverbs yourself, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. The first adverb is unfortunately. This is a great word to use whenever there's a bad situation or a bad result, but it isn't really your fault or your company's fault, so you don't need to apologize. It's not a good result, but you don't need to really say sorry. Most of the time, this can be the first word in your sentence. You can just say, unfortunately, and then the bad result. If you're writing this sentence, you can add a comma after the word unfortunately. For example, unfortunately, we couldn't quite reach our sales goals for this quarter, or unfortunately, we will have to cancel the workshop next weekend due to the new COVID restrictions. Next is significantly. This is a great word to use whenever you want to emphasize that something changed by a lot. Usually, this word is paired with a verb like increase, improve, or decrease, and it can either go before or after that verb. For example, you could either say, our advertising ROIs improved significantly, or our advertising ROIs significantly improved. Both of these sentences are correct. You can also use significantly in comparative situations when you say more or less, or an ER adjective. In that case, significantly would go right before these words. For example, our newest cloud system has significantly more memory than our previous system. This is kind of a more formal way to say much. So instead of much more memory, significantly more memory. Next is absolutely. Use absolutely for emphasis. This can have a similar meaning to definitely, completely, or really, depending on the situation. This is often used in front of a verb, such as, our new microchips can absolutely help your computer systems run faster. This would mean like they can really, really help the systems run faster. This can also be used before strong adjectives like terrible, impossible, enormous, or fantastic. My old work hours were absolutely terrible. I'm so glad I switched jobs. This is like really, really terrible. Don't use absolutely with less strong adjectives. Absolutely good or absolutely hard doesn't really sound natural. Another way to use absolutely is when giving short but strong and enthusiastic answers to things. For example, are you interested in attending the leadership conference this weekend? If you say absolutely, that would mean really, really yes. So a very enthusiastic yes. Or absolutely not, which would mean really, really no. So a strong way to say no. Currently is a great word to use whenever you're emphasizing that something's happening right now. This can often be used with a be verb. For example, I am currently on vacation, but if you leave me a message, someone from my team will get back to you. If you're talking about a physical action that's happening right now, you can use the present continuous verb tense and put currently in between your be verb and your ing verb. For example, we're currently conducting beta testing for our new AI product. That means the beta tests are happening right now. Last, if you're talking about a more general, continuous action that kind of happens constantly, you can put currently before a present simple verb. I currently work at Google. I currently live in the United States. The last adverb is actually. This can be used in 2 different ways. First, to introduce a truth or a fact about something. For example, the product looked awesome in the ads, but it actually had a lot of problems. This would mean the reality or the truth is that the product had a lot of problems. The second way you can use actually is when you're saying something that might be kind of surprising or unexpected. For example, if I meet a Korean person in the United States, I could say something like, "Oh, you're from Korea? I actually lived there for a few years." Because you probably wouldn't expect someone like me to have lived in Korea. Okay, so now let's practice. For each blank in this short story, choose one of the 5 adverbs that we learned in this video. You can pause the video, and then when you're ready to see the answers, click play. All right, here are your answers. I currently, because it's right now, work at a local tech company, but my dream is to work at a tech startup in Silicon Valley. I've actually, because you're kind of showing that this is unexpected, worked there before. I did an internship and was hoping to get a full-time job offer. Unfortunately, this is a bad result. My English wasn't very good at that time, so they gave the offer to someone else. I've been studying really hard, and my English is significantly better now. It's a lot better. I think in another 6 to 8 months, my English will absolutely be good enough to work there, so I'm going to apply for jobs at several Silicon Valley companies later this year. Absolutely be good enough would mean my English will definitely be good enough in 6 to 8 months. All right, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.